Hey guys. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today is a commonly asked question that people are constantly messaging me about on Instagram and all that. And that is how I met Stephanie and why my friendship with her meant so much to me. Well, it all started back in 2014, not long after I met the girl I like now. Obviously, my crush. Obviously. Anyway, so I was at a birthday party, and a friend of mine from another school, actually, a friend of mine whose birthday it was, had a cousin that went to the school that Stephanie was going to at the moment, and said, "Hey, I want you to meet this girl I know." And then he introduced me to Stephanie, and at first we really didn't hit it off because, social awkwardness. My social awkwardness got the best of me, and she kind of like went like that to everything I said. So when I met her, it didn't go very well. But then she transferred to Butler for a brief, like towards the middle of the second semester, because she kept moving from school to school to school to school to school because of bullying. And when she went to Butler, I bumped into her, and she's like, "Oh hi, you remember me?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then she's just like, and she was just like, she kind of wondered why I was like, "Yeah." I explained because I kind of stumbled over everything I said, and was like really awkward and stuff. It's like, a friend of mine told me you have Asperger's syndrome. Is that right? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even have to explain that. So yeah. But then we went to her locker, and one of her notebooks fell out. And on her notebook, it had Kingdom Hearts decorations. I'm like, you're a Kingdom Hearts fan? So am I. And if you could see the look on her face when she's just like, I could tell recently, well, not recently, but not long after she died, I came across her diary, and she said that when she realized that I was a Kingdom Hearts fan, because she had never met another Kingdom Hearts fan at that point, she said that in her head there was angelic music playing. And we started talking about Kingdom Hearts, and we had something to talk about, but at the same time, she even went on to say, just because we talk about Kingdom Hearts stuff doesn't make us friends. And then, as we got to know each other during her brief time at Butler, we really hit it off and we became friends instantly. And it got to the point where I was going over to her house, like, after dark. I would actually sneak out because my parents would be like, not too kind of me sneaking out to see a girl, to go over to a girl's house. And at that point, I was like, kind of like a Kingdom Hearts fan that I knew enough about the story to get by, but I wasn't really into really into playing it. And sorry, there's an get bit by a mosquito a little while ago. It itches like hell. Anyway, so I met her sister Maya, and her sister Maya, she's just as beautiful as Stephanie was. And I met Stephanie's mom and their little sister, whose name I can't remember. I didn't meet. I never got to meet their older brother, who was the oldest of the four of them. It goes him, Maya, Stephanie, and their little sister. And so I never got to meet him because he works in the he's in the, I want to say either the Navy or the Army. I'm not sure. Yeah, Stephanie's family moved away a while ago after her dad was convicted, but I'm not there yet. Anyway, so after a while, she became the only person I really hung out with outside of school, but it was only like every once in a while, so that kind of sucked. But we were really close, and she was an insomniac, as like I am, and what I'm gonna share with you right now is pretty personal. Judge me if you will, but just know that our friendship was kind of out of the ordinary, but we were close regardless. She would sneak into my house and into my room, and we would sleep beside each other. And it was actual sleeping. Because, according to her, until she met Zach, she most of the time didn't feel safe. And whenever she was with me, I made her feel safe because she could always talk to me about anything. And of course, somehow, how she met Zach is... crap. I'm gonna take this into my room. My mom just came home. First, I gotta do something real quick. Just a second. Okay. Okay, so how Stephanie met Zach was, she was at a party, and obviously I was there with her, so I saw this happen, and I could not stop laughing because it was so stupid how they met. He was with one of his guy friends. He passes Stephanie, literally spanks her ass and say, "I'd hit that." She immediately, I've never seen a Hispanic girl get so mad, and I've never heard a Hispanic girl turn so ghetto so fast. Just her cursing him out was so funny, because usually she was a lady. When it comes to, like, whenever she was in public, she would be kind of a lady and not really curse very much. And it was hilarious. And And then afterward, he was all embarrassed, and they reconciled and they started dating. Then they did the whole on again, off again thing for a while. And then whenever, okay, so might as well explain something. Stephanie was the kind of girl that, like, she'll allow you to touch her like that, the way he touched her. She'll allow you to touch you. She'll allow you to touch her like that only if she knows you. Now, for the most part, I kept my hands to myself. I respected her. And all that. But I've already explained that part in a different video. And anyway, so after a while, and Stephanie had taken the celibacy vow, and then she fell in love with Zach, and then within the last 6 months of her life, not the last 6 months. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh yeah. Oh wait. My mind just got mixed up. Okay. Once they hit the 6-month mark, she decided to give it up for him. And at first, I was mad. But then, what can you do? Young love. And this was during the time that I thought that I liked her, so only to find out that I actually was crushing on someone else, but anyway. I also read in her diary, not long after she died, that at that same time she was crushing on me. Legit was crushing on me. So I kind of missed out. But anyway, so they were together on and off for about 2 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years. And it's weird. Sometimes Stephanie would say stuff to me like that kind of like that indirectly predicted her death. Like, something tells me I'm gonna be with him for the rest of my life. And I'm never gonna feel this in love with anyone for the rest of my life and stuff like that. Looking back on it now, it's kind of gruesome to think about. And so yeah, that's why she meant so much to me, because she was a lot like me. And we connected, like really connected. And she asked me to not mention her on my YouTube channel or Instagram because I really don't know why. I guess I'll never know. But anyway, that's the kind of friendship me and her had. And I lost a lot of sleep after she died because, in a way, I lost my sleeping buddy. She would sleep on that side of the bed, and that's where I would sleep. And we did a lot of things that people might misconstrue, like thinking, wait, are you guys together? No, we weren't together. Our friendship was just weird. You know what? Judge me if you want, because guess what? It doesn't bother me. But anyway, I hope y'all liked the video. Really, because I didn't have anything else to talk about, so I'll see y'all on Monday. Until then, stay awesome.